Maybe you followed her since the beginning, or maybe you're familiar with her from Marvel Rising, Ultimate Alliance, the Avengers game, or her forthcoming Disney Plus series. Well, you couldn't be yet. But regardless, Ms. Marvel is one of Marvel's biggest new characters. Biggest, to be sure. So this week we're looking at the origin and powers of Kamala Khan. Hi, I'm Dan Umpton, and this is the Doomcast. Kamala Khan was co-created by G. Willow Wilson, Adrian Alphona, Sama Amanat, and Stephen Wacker, also Jamie McKelvey. That is a lot of people from a lot of different backgrounds. Khan is the first Muslim character to headline her own book, and certainly the first female Muslim American, although notably ex-persons had also previously been Muslim, Americans, women, variously, all parts of the Indian subcontinental diaspora as well. So that isn't to detract from Kamala. I mean to say that comics had been diverse for a long dang time, and her time had come. Regardless, even Kamala's introduction met with controversy. Controversy being an equivocation to saying racists and bigots were pissed. Kamala is an inhuman, descendants of Kree experiments modifying human beings with a genetic mutation triggered by Terrigen crystal mist. Most Inhumans live in space, in a city called Adelan, ruled by a guy who could turn the Yin Yang Twins' whisper song into a deadly weapon, and a lady with hair extensions that murder people. It's her real hair, I'm pretty sure. Please don't look up the Yin Yang Twins whisper song. Terrigenesis occurred to her during the Inhumanity event in which Black Bolt and Maximus released Terrigen into Earth's atmosphere from a bomb. Ugh. As a result, Kamala and thousands of others were awakened to their new powers. Some great and valuable, some really difficult to live with. Kamala in particular is morphogenetic, or a polymorph, so she can control her shape with varying levels of precision. Basically, she's stretchy, or gummy. It's kind of like Monkey D. Luffy, but in a burkini. But her powers are a lot more complex than just being stretchy or a gum-gum person. There's other stretchy or gummy people like Mr. Fantastic or Flatman or DC's Plastic Man or Elongated Man or Elastigirl or Monkey D. Luffy. There are a lot of them and they all follow different rules. But Kamala, however, transforms at a cellular level. What she's actually doing is manipulating space and the temporality of her body's cells. Technically, she's time traveling by shifting her molecules through space-time. So she can make parts of her body huge or stretchy or embiggen, as she calls it. Yes, it's a Simpsons reference. Or she can compress herself. She can also mimic somebody else's appearance and change the appearance of her clothing to varying degrees. And because of that tight molecular or cellular control, she has a sort of healing factor in a way, letting her recover from injuries quickly, even near fatal ones. After witnessing Captain Marvel fending off Jan Rog, Kamala discovered her powers through Terrigenesis, and then assumed the name Ms. Marvel. And she created her original costume, fusing Carol's warbird/binary iconography with a leftover burkini and a dancer's mask that she had lying around. It was really Peter Parkering it. After team-ups early on with Wolverine and Spider-Man, she joined the Avengers proper alongside Sam Alexander and Miles Morales, the three of whom later split off along with Amadeus Cho to found a new Champions. With the Champions, Kamala quickly discovered that her personality was fit for a leadership role, but it wasn't without its challenges. Champions' mission was, at its core, social justice. To stop punching down on the powerless were Kamala's own words. So many of the stories, like the arc with Amal and Shahrazad requesting help with gender discrimination, or Miles' deal with the fallout of school shooting, were heavy. In the Avengers game, we experience the story through Kamala's eyes, the hero who gets the call to adventure. And the story, in my opinion, is fantastic. She's a fangirl who becomes an Avenger, and as a playable character, she's a straight-up damage dealer. A ton of her attacks, especially her heroic ultimates, are more powerful than Thor or Hulk's ultimates with respect to the potential upper limit of damage that she can actually deal. And that's kind of nuts. She is also immensely genuinely popular, showing up in a short time in multiple video games, several cartoons, guest spots, and comics, and is solidly a part of the new Marvel trinity of young heroes, Nova, Spider-Man, and Ms. Marvel. Kamala is front and center in the House of Ideas, and more than anybody else, she reminds me of another quiet, geeky kid from the city who got their powers and then made their own costume and went on to be one of Marvel's greatest heroes. And really, that's a great legacy to carry. Thanks everybody for watching. This has been the Doomcast. I'll see you next week.